guys, I am back with another video. In this video, I will teach you how I make lithophanes. Okay, so I personally use 3 methods in making my own lithophanes. Okay, so the most generic method I use, or a lot of people use, is this site, which is 3dp.rocks lithophane. Okay, so what you need to do here is that you need to import the image. I will be using this cute dog as a reference. Okay, so it automatically creates your lithophane. Okay, so you need to change some settings here. Okay, so I personally go with a thickness of 3.2 as my default. I add a 3mm border. Okay, so the thinnest layer is 0.8. If you are using a 0.4mm nozzle, this is two lines. Okay, so you can add thickness, depends on what quality you want. Okay, so here you can actually adjust the size of it. Okay, so you can also add a stand, and you need to actually change something here in the image settings. So a lot of you guys always forgets this settings. Okay, so by default it is set at negative image. Okay, so what you need to do is to make it a positive image, so that when you put the lithophane under the light source, the image will appear. Okay, so go back to the model, and if you are satisfied with it, just click download. Okay, so there are various options here in 3dp.rocks. You can actually make a inner curve lithophane, as you can see, a outer curve lithophane, solid cylinder. This will stretch out the image, but this is perfect for panoramic shots, and rectangular, dome, and etc. Okay, so this is the most generic way on how you make your own lithophanes. Now moving on to the second one, this is more of a advanced way of making your lithophane. Now it is by Lithophane makers. Okay, so they have a various options. They have a lithophane lamp, Christmas tree lithophane, nightlight lithophane, lithophane box, if you want a multiple images in one lithophane. Okay, they also make globe lithophanes. The most generic is the flat lithophane maker, ceiling fan, curved lithophane maker, etc. But in this tutorial, I will teach you how to make a flat lithophane, just like the last one. Okay, so here you first need to, well, import the image, the cute dog again. Okay, so here you can choose your resolution. If you are printing with a 0.2 layer height, I suggest you pick the same resolution. Okay, so if you're printing with a, let's say, 0.1 layer height, then put 0.1 here. Okay, you can actually adjust the width and height of this. See, there is a bounding box that will be the output of your lithophane. Okay, so if I want to capture everything, I can adjust the width to, let's say, 120. It's still not enough. 130, not enough. Let's go 150. 140 is the right number. So there you go. Now we can add a depth. Now the depth is actually the base right here, as you can see, and the base height is how thick that is. Okay, I usually set this at 3 millimeters for both. Okay, so maximum thickness 3.2, minimum thickness I personally set this at 0.8. and etc. So you need to add your own email address, then create the STL in order to get the file. Okay, so the last method I will teach you is by using Cura itself. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, you can actually make your own Lithophanes by just using Cura. Okay, so how to do it? First, you need to import the image, okay, the cute dog, and here's where the magic happens. Okay, so the base height is your minimum thickness. Okay, so personally I always set this at 0.8. Then the height is somewhat the rest of the thickness. Okay, so I usually set this at around 3.2 minus 0.8. Yeah. Okay, so the darker is higher. Okay, so if you want the positive image, you need to check in darker is higher. Okay, so I would leave smoothing alone, then click OK. Now as you can see, it created the Lithophane. Now if we want to print this, you just need to rotate this at 90 degrees, and we have our 3D Lithophane. Okay, so if you're going to print a Lithophane, always set your infill at 100%, or make the shell count or wall line count close to 5 to 10, as long as it captures the perimeters of your Lithophane. Okay, so if we slice this, so there you go. I don't know if you can see this, but the image is already embedded. Yeah. So you can check whether or not it's too thin. Personally, I think this is already good. So yeah, that's how you make Lithophanes. Thanks for watching.